Richard, Peter Jackson is famous for doing one more take for luck, and I think it can end up in doing a physically challenging scene about a dozen times. So what was your worst day or your hardest day of shooting?
Yeah, I think there were many of them actually, and usually the worst days were the physical days. So the Goblin Tunnels was particularly difficult in the first film because it was extremely hot and we were getting the one more take for luck, which actually is probably about 5 takes. And it's really hard to prepare for. You can't train for something which is an unknown quantity, so you never really know. You could go to 50 takes if you don't get it right. So there were quite a few days like that, yeah.
Did any stunt or fighting scene go wrong?
No, we would prepare really well for the fighting things. There were 2 occasions when I guess it went wrong, and I hit myself in the face with a shield, and then when in the pickups I hit myself in the face with the sword. So I smashed my nose and I cut my face under the prosthetic, but it was all self-inflicted. So I'm the idiot.
There's a spectacular scene with you and the dwarfs being squeezed into barrels. How much of an adventure was that?
It was probably the most exciting and fun part of the shoot. When we were working on a barrel sequence which they built inside the studio, it was like a theme park ride. It was like a water course powered by V8 engines, so it could speed up and slow down, and it was immensely entertaining.
When arriving in Lake Town, you get some, let's say, fishy company in your barrel. What kind of a feeling was that?
That was probably the lowest point in the movie, being stuffed into a barrel and then having dead fish that had been sitting around for probably 2 days poured on top of us. And I remember being underneath the fish, and just all I could hear was Peter chuckling over the loudspeaker, because I think he was just enjoying himself watching us being tortured by fish.
I can imagine it. I read that you are writing character diaries. So what is in Thorin's diary?
Yeah, I guess I do write a kind of a diary before I shoot, and sometimes during shooting. It's complete rubbish most of the time. It contains a lot of source material, but it just helps me to get my ideas out so that I don't forget anything. And sometimes just things pop into your head and I scribble it down, so I couldn't even begin to tell you what's in there.
Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.